Now, what is propagation, I hear you ask? When you register a new domain name, it has to go through a whole lot of channels all over the world and tell all the servers and everything out there that this new domain name is being created and is now on the network. And it doesn't happen instantly. It can actually take some time. I've found it happens pretty quickly. I mean, it's maybe an hour or so sometimes. Normally they say it can take 24 to 48 hours, which I guess can be true, but I've found it doesn't normally take that long. But what you can do is, it's called propagation, and here is a DNS propagation checker at www.whatsmydns.net. So if you want to keep an idea on your how your new domain that's just been registered, is it going through the network and being picked up by all the servers, this is how you check it. So all we would do is type it in, www. What did I just register? Paul Morris .online. Okay, now take this, and there's a drop down menu here. Go to NS for name service and press search. See how some have come up with a green tick and some have come up with a red cross. So it's done pretty well. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that haven't propagated yet, and the rest have. Okay, it's pretty easy. So I'm not going to go into what all these are. That's something you can go and find out pretty easily. But what we're mainly concerned about is the name servers. Okay. Okay, just while that's propagating, we're going to have a little bit of time to pass. And before we carry on, I just want to give you some extra tips on finding a domain name, because it can be really frustrating. See, I've gone with paulmorris.online, which is, easy for me, but maybe not so easy for you because you're trying to be really niche specific and you can't find that perfect one. Well, just a couple of really good websites for you to use would be NameMesh, www.namemesh.com. Okay, namemesh.com. And what you can do is you could put in here. So let's take, well, I know that Paul Morris online, paulmorris.online is taken now, but let's say I didn't know that. I could come here and I could put in Paul Morris.online and click generate. And it's going to give me all the available domain names that are very similar to that. For example, paulmorrisonline.com is available. paulmorrisonline.net, paulmorrisonline.org. So, these are actually available as it is. You could buy these right now. Okay, so this is a really handy tool if you're having trouble brainstorming and you can't find that perfect one. This is going to give you some options. Okay, so we got paulmorrisonline.ninja. So common ones, new ones, short ones. Paul.mo. I didn't know there was an MO, so that's interesting. What a shame there's not a Paul.morris. Okay, so paulmorrisonline.asia. Well, paulmorrisonline.biz. I mean, that could have been one if I've already bought this, but if I didn't and somebody else had and I was looking for something relevant, maybe paulmorrisonline.biz might be a good one to choose. It's got fun options here. I mean, we could type in anything here. I could type in internet marketing. And again, internet marketing is one that's going to be, a lot of them are going to be taken. So, but if I was hell bent on absolutely having internet marketing in my domain extension, then this is going to really help me find something that I could use. Internet marketing. Internet marketing bros, internet marketing soft, internet marketing sale. So these are just examples. Dog training might be something that you're trying to sell. So this will tell me what's taken and what's available. Dogtraining.co, dogtraining.club. I mean that's a good one actually. I mean if you were doing dog training, dogtraining.club, I mean it's pretty close depending on what your product actually is. So that's just one more example. And another thing that I sometimes do is I come over here to the thesaurus and I just do name association. So, you know, if say dog training was gone, I might just find another word that means the same thing as training. So training and press search. And this is going to tell me all the words that something to do with training. So coaching, so it could be dog coaching, dog discipline, dog education, dog exercise, dog guidance, dog instruction. What else might be? Dog teaching, dog schooling. You know, that if you're doing dog training, you couldn't get dog training. So let's go back. Maybe dogschooling.com might be there. Dogschooling.com. Dogschooling.com's taken, but this is where you might want to come back here. Come back to name mesh, dog schooling, and see what options this gives me. Dogschooling.net, dogschooling.org is available. Dogschooling.guru, that's something that you could use if you're an expert. Dog schooling solution, dog schooling tips. See down here, that's a good one. Dog schooling tips, dog schooling center, dog schooling expert, dog schooling agency, dog schooling services. So do you see how between using name mesh and the thesaurus and GoDaddy itself, plus you might want to experiment around with the different domain extensions. This is how you would research and, you know, work out what your domain registration is going to be. So it's just another one is, please excuse the name, but when I get really stuck, I resort to using keyword shitter. That's right. So keyword shitter, not the best of names, but this is a really good tool. So for example, if I was to type in, and I normally I go here when I resort, when I've run out of all ideas, this normally just gets me thinking outside the square a bit. So I go dog training. Okay, and then you go down, you click start job, and this just pumps out ideas. I mean, if you just completely, you know, you can't find, you really want something and you just can't find a given relevant name, then I normally type in a couple of keywords into the keyword shitter and I just let it run. It depends. I normally let it run until these results start to sort of, it's starting to slow down now, but when it gets back down to about 2 or 3 words, that's normally when I stop it. I'll just let it run, see if it does what I think it's going to do. Now it looks like it's pretty... Oh no, it keeps going. So anyway, I'll stop it there. And I'll scroll back to the top because these are going to be the most relevant ones at the top. So dog training near me, dog training collars, dog training classes. So for example, if I really wanted a .com or a something or other, right? See, it's already given me. So I'll copy dog training classes and I'll go back to GoDaddy and I'm just going to punch that in, search again. May not like that. No, there we go. Dog training classes, whoa, $5,697. Don't think I'll be buying that one today, but that gives you an example of how you could brainstorm and come up with a domain extension, okay? So we've already gone through how to register the domain. It's really easy. The hardest bit sometimes the most time-consuming part of coming up with a domain name is just getting the domain name, just thinking of the name. Is it going to be a .com? Is it going to be a .academy? Is it going to be a .school? Is it going to be a .online? You know, forget all that. Try and keep this part, the extension, relevant to your niche. But you know, what you want to do is you want to get this keyword in here as close and as relevant to what your niche is, so that first of all, people instantly recognize it. So in this case, dogtrainingclasses.com. I mean, it's self-explanatory. If I'm looking for some classes on how to train my dog, then this is the one for me. And not only that, this is a great keyword for Google. So anybody who's typing in dog training classes is going to, well, this is going to come up in the search results very, very well. Obviously, this is a premium domain name that I've just come up here randomly, right? But can you see, forget the cost for a second, can you see how just using name mesh, get some ideas, the dictionary thesaurus here, and the keyword shitter, using these three, and I haven't done this before, this was completely random off the top of my head, using dog training. Can you see how this came up with an awesome, in just a few minutes, an awesome domain name. In fact, a premium one. So I won't leave it there for this video, because I think that's probably enough. If you need to go away and have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. But in the next video, what we're going to do is, after that domain name is propagated properly on the network, remember we can check our propagation here. Just press search again. After this is propagated properly on the network, and it may take a few hours, so don't panic, you just need to keep checking back, that's all. After this is propagated properly, we're going to come back and we're going to go to HostGator, and we're going to set up our WordPress site. And this, you know, this whole registration part of GoDaddy that's the longest consuming part if you haven't already got a domain name. If you've already got a domain name and you know it's available and you just go in there and register, I mean, it just takes a few minutes. That's fine, okay? Sometimes it's the brainstorming bit that can be a bit of a, you know, you go, oh my God, what am I going to do? But we've done that bit now. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to go to HostGator, right? And we are going to, where is it? We're going to go to HostGator. We're going to set up a HostGator site. We're going to, it's really cheap. We're going to go for this baby plan down here, and we're going to set up a WordPress site. And this is really quick, really fast, and you're going to be quite amazed, and you're going to be wondering, why didn't I do this earlier? Okay, I'll see you in the next video.